see all of you here, you're all wearing pink. It's kind of odd. I am State Representative Stacey Newman, and I want to go on record, let you know, I am not an OBGYN. Neither are any of my colleagues in the House. Neither are any of my colleagues in the Senate, and especially the governor. So let me ask you a question. Is my personal medical history, my number of pregnancies, or my number of miscarriages, or my number of abortions, or just my reproductive history, is that any of your business?
No!
Is any of your medical history any of my business?
No!
Is it any of the governor's business?
No!
Then what the heck is he doing? Because we know the consequences. Let me tell you, Cora and I sit on Children and Families in the House, and we go through regular session hearing this kind of garbage. And we have spent the last week 11 hours total of testimony on the one bill that has finally passed through the House yesterday after 4 hours of debate. And there is nothing, we keep asking him over and over again, there is nothing in this bill that's for the health and safety of women. Not a piece. And in fact, this bill that we now sent back to the Senate, who knows what they're going to do with it, we've totally amended it, changed it, argued it, did all kinds of things to it, is punitive. It's punitive to you, it's punitive to women, it is punitive to healthcare providers, and on top of that, we all know, and they know, it's unconstitutional. So let me tell you, do you know what this is costing you all? $20,000 a day. Does anybody know what day we're in? We just finished day 7. Tomorrow the Senate goes in for day number 8. And this is a bill that's set on the Senate calendar and didn't pass during regular session for who knows why. So, yeah, we're spending your money. Listen, get this. We're spending your taxpayer money to fight something that they already know is unconstitutional, that we already know when if it passes to the governor, becomes law, the Attorney General will have to fight this in court. And who is going to pay for all of this? You are. And what is the governor getting out of this?
Free lunch!
Attention, and again, he's spending a lot of his time in Washington, D.C., hobnobbing with our current president. That's exactly why we're doing this. It's a sham. Cora and I argued hard yesterday for you all, because we know this affects every one of you. It affects healthcare providers, it affects hospitals, it affects Planned Parenthood specifically. And women, regardless of the zip code, regardless of where you live. We have got to stop this sham. So, so are you guys done? Did you just come to fill the parking lot tonight because if nothing else was on TV, and then you're going home, and is this it? No, we're not letting you out of here because we've got some work for you to do. First of all, raise your hand if you know who your state rep or your state senator is. Look around. Who doesn't know? Raise their hand. If my husband raises his hand, I am his state representative. Now I want to call him out. Bert came down and testified last week in Children and Families, and this is one of your strongest supporters right here in the parking lot. So back to, you have got to, number one, know who your state rep, your state senator is. You have got to call us. You have got to let us know what you think. And I don't care if I'm supportive and I'm doing the right thing. Call me anyway, because all these numbers add up. We have got to hear you. We have to know that you exist. You all voted for us, whether you remember or not. We were on your ballot. And we're up every single 2 years, those of us in the House and those of us in Congress. You guys are in charge. You put us there. Or those of you who, as my friend Ann likes to say, she likes it when I call people out who don't vote in primaries. We're all elected in primaries when no one votes. every single one of us. Plus, we know if you vote or not. we're big government. We know that part. So this is what you have to do. When you all checked in tonight, you got a little piece of white paper, right? Did you crumple it up, put it in your pocket? There's tasks on here. And how many of us are calling us all the time going, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Right? You are. And we're trying to find those answers. But we have a list. If you didn't get a piece of white paper, go back to the table. Get your piece of white paper. It tells you what to do. Call us. Be following what's going on with this bill in the legislature. Join me. Let's come down and march with Planned Parenthood for the Pride Festival or Pride Parade on Sunday. That's something you can do because as Cora and Megan and everyone else has said, we know the public is with us, right? We know the majority of Missourians are with us, right? And we know that every single doctor and every single hospital is with us and Planned Parenthood is with us, and we have got to be with Planned Parenthood. Now is the fight, people, and we expect to see you. We expect you to be calling our offices and marching with us, and don't let up. We've got a lot of work to do before next August and November, and we expect this parking lot to be filled every single night. So thank you very much.